Good morning, everybody. This is Christy. I am the Intimate Warrior. I thank you so much for stopping by. And as always, I send you love. Well, so what I have noticed is that today, of course, being a master number 33 day, along with the combined numbers of angel number 333, we are vibing high. There's more to it. Mars is in conjunct of Pleiades. Now we all know Pleiades, the star system. We all know the star seeds of Pleiadians, of the Pleiadians. So I'm not really going to get into that. If that's where you are from, you probably already know it. If you feel that you are from there, well then today is definitely a day for you. But today is a day for all. I have waken up with a headache, some fogginess. I feel a little angry, I think. I'm a little agitated, which is very out of my norm, and I am doing my best to stay centered. I have some things in relationship to what I am going through, of course, because of today being the master number 33 specifically. This is a part of the ascension process and rising above the 33rd vertebrae, as I mentioned in yesterday's video. I have already gone through this, but now the integration process, which we all know, can be a little heavy from time to time. So we have, and I'm going to go back and read, I have a post that I'm going to make on social media. Mars is a very a fiery planet. This is associated with, of course, fire, and being fiery signifies or represents the masculine energy in the form of the yang energy. And the red planet is very influential on illuminating our vision as to what is no longer serving us. But vision, in order to remember, in order to become Christ consciousness, to become the Christ within, your inner vision, your mindset must be one that can be changed for you to have a different vision. Of course, the process begins in the mind. It has to change your heart, transform your entire temple before you develop Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness is only possible through the pure heart. The symbol associated, the symbol that is associated with Mars is affiliated with the astrological sign of Aries as well, which signifies a spring and is symbolic of new beginnings, birth, and initiations. Like, come on now. All of this is linking up with today, the master number 33, as a major initiation. However, Mars is also the ruler of Scorpio, which is associated with the fall and holds the symbolic meaning of going within, retreating, death, and submerging. And very symbolic of the master number 33. In order to receive Christ consciousness, we have to go through the death process like Christ did as well, prior to the rebirth. So the mentioning symbolisms of Mars, are all a necessary part associated that may be experienced alongside prior to receiving the blessings, which of course are associated with today's numerical message of 33 and 333. Staying in alignment with that Holy Trinity theme, the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Angel number 333 says to stay centered within that positive mindset, more connected, unified, in order to attain Christ consciousness. Mars simply states that life is a cycle of repetition, life and death, death and life. Mars, being an electric planet, will act like a magnet. So be careful. Wherever your focus is, the attraction will also be. In Job 38:31, canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pleiades and loose the bands of Orion? You will have also in Amos 5:8, seek him that maketh the 7 stars and Orion, and turneth the shadow of death into the morning, and maketh the day dark with night, that calleth the waters of the sea, and poureth them out upon the face of the earth. Just to name a few verses in the Bible. The constellation of Pleiades appears at the beginning of spring, which indicates the coming of spring. This is the coming of rebirth. To the ancients, the rising of the group of stars in the early spring became their navigation system and was supposed to close the season down when the Pleiades disappeared late in the autumn. The Pleiades, or the 7 sisters, are a cluster of stars that has influenced the life of the planet, which has assisted humanity in their spiritual transformation. The star cluster sits alongside the astrological sign of Taurus, the bull. You can see Aldebaran, the eye of the bull, looking right towards them, guiding us. Just as the sun and moon guides us through our lives, changing and transforming us, the high visibility of the star cluster Pleiades does as well, and serves as light, which guides us in our own journey towards self-discovery and even enlightenment. Today, as a highly vibratory multiple 3-day, light is definitely shining upon us. So tune into it to embody it. I am most definitely going to try to do my best in being within. I have had a full schedule today and got up to begin this schedule, and things have already, hours ago, began to fall apart. Cancellations, things like that. And that is a sign that I need to stay centered. With me feeling heavy in the mind, being transformed there, purging out these emotions of, if it's anger, and being, what was the word that I used early in this video? I'm aggravated, angry and aggravated. And these are things that I'm attempting to remove. I want to really express that we will go through these phases of an emotion that just cannot be shaken. That no matter the amount of getting centered, it's still there. You're still aware of it, but it's still there. You can't get rid of it. But by you really still being aware of this emotion that is just lingering, like today, if it's lingering and it's something that you know that you don't like, you are mindful of it, which means that it's not really a part of you. It is, but it's not. It's part of a purification process. We can't take it with us. We have to let it go. And in order to let it go, we have to feel it. And if it's been buried really deep, it really needs to be felt. So give yourself compassion in allowing it to do what it has to do. I have already mentioned to my loved ones, hey, I am at odds with myself today. I'm going to do my best to not become aggravated with others. But I want to let you know, I am in odds with myself. So remember that today is a very high spiritual day. It really is. And it's beautiful. Even within this beauty, you may not feel beautiful. You may not feel like a miracle. You may not feel centered. The death process is endless. Just like the rebirth process can be endless. In order to be reborn, we have to let go pieces of ourselves. And we have a lot of things working with us that is helping us to purify, to purge, to let go, to bring out into the surface what isn't serving, so that in later time, when we are prepared, when we are ready, when we have cleansed ourselves, we have that renewal. We feel more centered, we feel more connected, united, more loved. It's all taking place today. And whatever it is that you are experiencing today, whether you are feeling awesome, it is exactly what you're supposed to feel. If you are feeling a little bit low and heavy, it is exactly what you are supposed to feel. But kind of ground yourself a little more, as best as you can. Try to get within your heart as best as you can. And don't beat yourself up for what is difficult. Because even in that difficulty, it is necessary. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.